It was another very successful week for Xtreme Trader Premium Forex Signals group on Telegram. We have made more than 750 pips profit to our clients in that group. This is amazing, and by the way, some clients have actually even made more than that, depending on the way they have actually used the signals which we have provided for them. And as you can see right here, we have here this client who have made $500 in one day. Even though you have just paid 50 euros per month to join the signal service, he actually have ended up with $500 in one single day using our signals. Fantastic, and I'm very happy for him. This gentleman here also, he says your signal and trading system is very helpful for me. I will be a regular client of Xtreme Trader. Signals for this week is very profitable. Thanks, Xtreme Trader. That is really what I love to see from our clients. Check out these results, my friends. This client right here, as you can see, he have opened multiple trades for each and every signal, and he have made more than 90 pips profit in just one single day. This is amazing. This is what I'm talking about. This is the quality of Xtreme Trader Forex signals. And even this gentleman here, he have used the auto trader system where the trades are being opened automatically in his MetaTrader 4 without him being around the system. And as you can see, he's very happy with the service, and he says auto trade rocks. Now let me just tell you something, please, and listen to me. I'm totally aware that we had a bad period in June and early weeks of July. But recently, we are making an official comeback, and our results are rocks, as he says right here. Xtreme Trader signals are improving, and has indeed improved, and has actually been able to deliver tons of profits to our clients. I admit that we have changed. We are actually improving, and that is actually a fact that no one can argue about. If you wish to join Xtreme Trader Forex Signals group, please contact our support. You can find their contact details in the description below this video. Contact them today, and hopefully we will see you there. And in regards of the weekly Forex signals on YouTube, as you can see, the last signals from the midweek video have actually went right in the profit, as you can see, my friends. The Euro USD has went in total of 75 pips before reversing back and goes all the way inside of the safe zone, and currently running in 20 pips of profit. Pound USD has reversed exactly from where I have mentioned to start shorting, and went all the way to the take profit level, making 144 pips of profit. AUD USD has reversed as well from that level, making 54 pips of profit. USD CAD, check this out. This was one perfect signal, and it has reversed exactly from 1.2815 and went in 117 pips of profit. USD JPY has also worked very well. As you can see, has made more than 206 pips of profit. USD CHF has almost reversed from the same level of the buy as well, and went in total of 113 pips of profit. Even only the gold sadly did not work, but however, the gold right now is very easy to be analyzed, and we will come to this part. And now let's actually take a look at the signals which waiting for us for this week, and let's see what we can do next in the market. So regarding the Euro USD, I believe that the Euro USD is still maintaining a sell opportunity. The market did not really change much from the last analysis on the midweek video, and as we can see so far, the market hasn't been able to break out from that long-term resistance at 1.02540. So actually now it's a good opportunity to start shorting the Euro USD, and I believe the market is eventually going to continue the fall till it reaches the lowest level of the support at 1.00050. That's gonna be actually our eventual target, but not for the meantime. For the meantime, we're just going to maintain a sell order. The take profit level is gonna remain the same from the last week. However, the sell order is gonna be changed right now. So of course it's gonna remain a sell order, but I mean we are going to place a sell order in different place. Let me just tell you something. Let me just delete the old signal right now. So currently, we can notice that the Euro USD is actually facing a very strong support zone at 1.01725. That level as a support was actually a very strong level. Let me just show it to you. I need to adjust this one and like that. Okay, good. So we can notice right here that the market has faced here a very strong rejection exactly on 1.01435. And we can see that the market has indeed created here a false breakout from that level. And after that, The market has repeatedly tried to break out from that level of a support time after time. Every single time the market reached that level of a real support, the market has reversed. And right now, upon the pressure from that support, we can expect from the Euro USD to continue the rise till it reaches the nearest resistance to that bearish breakout candle, which is right here. That's gonna be the best level to start shorting the Euro USD. And the interesting thing here is, we are having here a support trend line, just like that, which has recently been breaking out from. As we can see, the market has indeed made the breakout from that level of a support trend line. And right now we can expect from the market to continue the rise, retesting the broken support trend line to create a new resistance trend line, and that level of a resistance is gonna be respected again. So the level of the resistance on 1.0284 is definitely gonna be a good level to start shorting the Euro USD. Add to that we're having in the bigger picture, we're having here actually a resistance trend line, as you can see. And if we check the market, it's indeed respecting that level of a resistance trend line. Check this out. Which tells us, exactly, just like that, which tells us that the market indeed gonna continue the rise, respecting that level of a resistance at 1.028084, and that level of a resistance trend line is also gonna be respected. So we have to wait for the good time when we see the market has actually shown here a rejection to break out from that level of a resistance. If we have seen any weakness in the candle right here, if we have witnessed here a pin bar or a doji or a reversed hammer, if you have seen any of that, just please proceed to start shorting the Euro USD and just hope for the best. Hopefully it's gonna continue the fall till it reaches our take profit level, which means we can actually make approximately 135 pips profit from this signal. And there goes the signal, my friends, for the Euro USD. Let's now move to the Pound USD. Okay, so I'm very happy again that the signal for the Pound USD has worked perfectly fine, and let's now see what we can do next with this pair. Actually, for the Pound USD, we are still going to maintain a sell opportunity. The market has immediately made a strong bearish breakout on that level of a support at 1.20644. This was actually a real level of a support, my friends. We can see that the market has indeed made here a real level of a support, and it was also a real level of a support right there. Then we had here a false breakout. Now, what is the reason I'm not assuming that this is another false breakout? Because simply we are having here a support trend line just like that, and all we can expect from the Pound USD to continue the rise till the market actually retests that broken support trend line. So I'm expecting from the market to continue the fall, the rise again, and then we have to start shorting at the nearest support level right there, retesting that support level, and also that previous support trend line is gonna become a new resistance trend line. And then we can start continue shorting the Pound USD. But let's just go to the bigger time frame just to confirm the direction. We don't want to rush our judgment. Let's go to the daily chart. Okay, so the daily chart shows us something very interesting. In other words, it shows us an inverted head and shoulders. But this pattern hasn't yet completed. We can see that the market is on the way to create an inverted head and shoulders, which means the Pound USD, and based on the daily chart, I'm on the daily chart right now, is gonna continue the fall till it reaches that level of a support. And in my opinion, from that point, we can start shorting the Pound USD. The problem is that's gonna happen after about 100 pips, which means we have to maintain shorting the Pound USD till it reaches that level of a support. Then after that, we can actually think about buying the pair if we have witnessed any weakness here to break out from that level of a support. So going back to the 4-hour time frame, that's gonna be our target, this support level right here, and our sell order is gonna be opened at the nearest support to that bearish breakout candle. Now actually on the 4-hour time frame, I cannot really see it clearly. Let's go to the 1-hour time frame. Fantastic. Now on the 1-hour time frame, we can notice clearly that we're having right here a previous resistance. which was, by the way, the nearest one to that bearish breakout candle. This is the nearest resistance to that bearish breakout candle. So meaning we have to wait for the pound USD to rise for about 40 or actually 50, I would say 48 pips before we can start shorting the pair. And check this out. If I look at the left side, this is really interesting because that level was previously or originally a real level of a resistance. Meanwhile, we had here in the middle a false breakout, which means selling at 1.21182 is gonna be, in my opinion, a very good idea. And the target, my friends, is gonna be placed at 1.19755, aiming approximately 142 pips of profit. And there goes the signal, my friends, for the pound USD. As you can see, the safe zone will be ranging for about 50 pips only till the peak of the resistance at 1.21688. I forgot to mention the safe zone for the Euro USD. The safe zone for the Euro USD will be approximately ranging for about 60 pips till the market might reaches the real level of the resistance at 1.02687. That's everything for the pound USD. Let's now move to the AUD USD. Alright, so now regarding the AUD USD. As you can see, the market is still maintaining also a bearish movement, and that level of a real level of a resistance at 0.69645 has been respected, and we are still expecting from the market to start respecting that level of a resistance. So actually this analysis is very similar to the previous pound USD and Euro USD. We are right now facing a very strong level of a real support right here at 0.68980. And we can expect from the market to actually make a pullback or a reversal at the opening of the market on Monday. And we are expecting, my friends, from that level of a resistance to be respected, and that level of the same resistance trend line, which we have drawn here last week, to also maintain its level. So meaning we can actually wait for the AUD USD exactly like that. Let me just delete the old signal and let me just simply move it all the way just right here. Just simply as that. We can expect from the AUD USD to respect that level of real resistance, and as you can see, this was the bearish breakout, and this right here, my friends, is the nearest resistance to that bearish breakout candle. Also, that level of a resistance trend line most likely is going to be respected, which means we have to wait for the AUD USD to exactly reach that level, and I believe we will witness here a weakness in the level, and we can start shorting the AUD USD. And I think it's not a bad idea to just keep the same take profit level, because we are expecting from the market to reach that level of a strong support at 0.68530, which means for the AUD USD, the sell order is going to be opened at 0.69501, and that's everything for this pair. Let's now move to the USD CAD. Now regarding the USD CAD, I'm still very happy about this signal. It has worked fantastic, as I have mentioned. Okay, that's enough talking about myself. Let's now see what we can do with the USD CAD. Now, as we can see, my friends, we can see right here that we had a very strong key support level exactly right there at 1.28981. And in my opinion, the USD CAD is simply gonna continue the fall till it reaches that level of a real support at the same level, and from that level we can start buying the USD CAD. It's a very simple and very straightforward analysis, and even right here, my friends, you can see that the market has indeed respected that level as a resistance, and we had here the real level of the resistance. Meanwhile, we had here a false breakout, and again the same level of the resistance has been respected. Now, after seeing this strong bullish movement, all we need to do is simply buy the USD CAD at the same level of the nearest strong key support level to that bullish breakout candle, which lies exactly at 1.28981. And in the past as well, we can see that this level was a very strong key support level. Another way to confirm this entry is by simply draw here the support trend line, and check this out. We had right here the support trend line, the key support trend line, of course, which has recently become a resistance trend line. Then we had here the false breakout, the breakout, the bullish breakout, and now we can expect from the market to fall again, respecting that level of a support trend line and that level of a support. And if that happens, we can keep the trade running all the way till it reaches that level of a real resistance at 1.30405, which means we can actually aim approximately 141 pips of profit. Meanwhile, the safe zone should be ranging from that level of our entry till the lowest level of the support at 1.28373, which means the safe zone is ranging for about 60 pips only. Meanwhile, the take profit level is 140 pips. And there goes your signal, my friends, for the USD CAD. Let's now move to the USD JPY. Alright, so for the USD JPY, I'm still very happy. It worked. Finally, it worked. After struggling for months with this crazy pair, finally the USD JPY has respected me. Finally, thank you. Oh my goodness, I love eating sushi. Anyway, let's now go to the analysis and let's see now what we can do with the USD JPY. Actually, we are going to maintain buying the pair. The first sight right here is we can see that we had a strong bullish breakout candle, and from the first sight you might assume that I will send the signal to start buying the USD JPY from this level. Guess what? You're wrong. We are not going to buy the USD JPY from this level. Actually, according to my strategy rules, we always have to buy the market. If we want to buy the market, of course, we have to look into the bullish breakout candle, then buy from the same level of the nearest support to that bullish breakout candle. So if I check this bullish breakout candle right here, this was the opening of the candle, and this was the closure time of the candle, or the closure of the candle, or the closing of the candle. Now, let's just draw here and just imagination line like that, and let's look at the nearest support to that bullish breakout candle. The support lies exactly right there, which means, my friends, that's exactly where we can start buying the USD JPY, not that level of a support. And pay attention that this level was previously also a very strong real support level. Meanwhile, we had here a false breakout. So now we can actually assume that the same level of the real support is most likely gonna be respected. Now there is one single problem, is the pips, because guess how many pips that require? You get it right. We have to wait for the market to fall for about 143 pips before we can start buying the pair. Let me just tell you something. For the USD JPY, that's actually easy to be achieved. As we can see, the market has moved from this level at 133.025. It has moved for about 176 pips in just one single 4-hour candles. So waiting for the USD JPY to reach that level should not be a problem, since we can actually secure a very good entry. Now let me just tell you something also. There is a chance that the USD JPY might reverse at that level of a support. I'm not saying it's not gonna happen, but I don't just trust it. I always like to follow my strategy, and my strategy says we have to start buying at the nearest support to the bullish breakout candle. There lies the nearest support, and I definitely don't want to give you the signal, the buy of the signal right here, and then wait for the market to reach the edge of the safe zone and reverses from there. I don't want you to be in loss at all. That's why I want to give you the most accurate entry as much as possible. So by looking at the pattern right there, if you look at the support right there, I'm going to increase the line a little bit more, just to make it actually touching every single candle in the pattern exactly right here at 133.864. The line is actually touching every single candle and tail in the pattern of that support. So this actually might not be a bad entry. So meaning we have to wait for the USD JPY to fall for about 111 pips before we can start buying it. Now maybe someone will ask me, Salah, can we short the USD JPY based on your analysis? Just sell the pair until it reaches that level of a support? I tell you, no, don't do that. Most likely the USD JPY is going to be bullish. I'm just waiting for the market to continue the pullback till it reaches the best level for buying the pair. But don't ever assume that you can, based on this analysis, sell the pair till it reaches that entry. That's a big no. Please don't do that. Because we have actually scenarios in the channel where I heard people doing this. Actually, they have indeed shorted the market based on the analysis, because I said in many analyses that we have to wait for the market to fall for about 50 pips before we can start buying, and based on this they actually shorted the pair waiting for it to reach the buy level. And that is of course a big mistake. Please don't do that. In the end, these analyses are just based on the support and resistance, and we cannot really assume how the market is gonna move at the opening of the market on Monday. Maybe the USD+GOLD is gonna be instantly bullish. We are not yet sure. Maybe that level of a support is indeed going to be respected and it's going to continue the rise. So I'm just giving you the safest entry possible for the USD+GOLD. And for the take profit level is going to be placed at the highest level of the resistance, where the market has originally reversed at 135.525, which means we are aiming 170 pips profit from this signal, and the safe zone will be now ranging till the lowest level of the real support at 133.154, which means it's gonna be about 70 pips. And there goes your signal, my friends, for the USD+GOLD. Let's now move to the USD CHF. Alright, so let's now see what we can do with the USD CHF. Allow me first to delete the old signal, and let me just tell you something. We are still also going to maintain another buy order for this pair. Now all we need to do is simply go to the daily chart just to confirm, and as we can see, my friends, on the daily chart, check this out. So we had here a real level of a support exactly right here. So eventually the level of 0.95448 has actually been a real level of a support. Then we had here a false breakout. Then guess what? Yes, you guessed it right. That level of a real support has indeed been respected, which means the USD CHF is indeed going to continue the rise, and most likely is going to continue the rise till actually, let me just show you something. Let me just zoom out to show it to you. We are having here a resistance trend, a support trend line, and as you can see, the market is indeed going to continue the rise till it reaches that level of a broken support trend line, and is going to create a new resistance trend line. So meaning we can actually expect from the USD CHF to rise for about, I would say, 90 pips more extra. So based on this information, let's now go to the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, what is exactly the best level to start buying the pair? Well, in the 4-hour time frame, it's not really so clear, since we had here so many tails that we can actually assume every single one of them is a support. Let me just go to the 1-hour time frame. That's gonna make things easier. Exactly. Check now this. On the 1-hour time frame, we can identify the nearest strong support level to that bullish breakout candle. So this was here a very strong bullish breakout candle from that resistance at 0.95675. This was, my friends, the nearest support to our entry, which means we can safely, in my opinion, buy the USD CHF after it falls for about 32 pips before we can start buying the pair. And check this out. In the past, that level has also been as very strong support, which means the safe zone should actually be ranging only till here, the lowest level of the support, because we can actually assume that this is a support zone, and the USD CHF might actually be ranging inside of this safe zone before eventually continue the rise to retest that broken support trend line and creates here a new resistance trend line, which means the safe zone will be ranging for only 40 pips, and the take profit level is gonna be placed right here at the nearest strong resistance level right here as 0.97018, because that level is gonna be matching up with the previous support trend line, which means, in my opinion, the expected movement on the USD CHF is gonna be like this: reverse right there, be ranging for a while, then finally continue the rise till it reaches that level of a real resistance at 0.97018, and that level of a previous support trend line will be respected to create a new resistance trend line. And there goes your signal, my friends, for the USD CHF. Let's now take a look at the gold. Okay, so for the gold, my friends, we are still going to maintain a sell order. I just wanted to show you something here for the gold. Let me just delete the old signal. Now, I have said earlier that for the gold, we are actually waiting for the market to make the historical breakout from 1784.61. This was, my friends, a very strong support level, and I was expecting from the gold to actually reverse right on that level and start the bearish reversal. However, the gold is instead have actually made some sudden movements, and the gold actually made everyone think that most likely the bullish breakout has indeed happened. But what happened instead was a false breakout. So meaning we had here a resistance, which was a real level of a resistance. We had here a false breakout, and we have here a strong level of a previous support at 1784.61. You guessed it right. Most likely, we have to wait for the gold to rise again. Creates right now an official head and shoulders pattern, and after that we can start shorting the gold. It's very important to wait for the market to reverse that level of a resistance. Don't ever rush shorting the gold. Don't ever place the sell order instantly. Just wait to see any signs that the market is indeed getting ready for the bearish reversal. Now, by moving to the 1 hour time frame, I'm actually able to identify the nearest support to that bearish breakout candle. The nearest support lies exactly right there, and the experience has taught us that if the market is ever gonna be reversing at somewhere, it's most likely gonna be at the same level of the lowest level of the tails, which is the nearest one to that bearish breakout candle. That means we have to wait for the gold to rise for about 86 pips before we can start shorting it, and hopefully that level of resistance is gonna be respected. And if that happens, oh boy, we are looking for a really big score, because as we can see, we had here a support trend line. So we can actually expect from the market to break out from to reach that level of a resistance. And if the market has indeed reversed and broke out from that level of a support trend line, oh my god, that's gonna be awesome, because we can expect from the gold right now to continue the fall all the way till it reaches 1684. So that's gonna be actually a very, very big score. It's gonna give us more than 1000 pips. Actually, I don't see it happening at the near time. That being said, I'm going to give you the take profit level at the nearest strong key support level at 1754.83, which means we are aiming approximately, I would say roughly 300 pips. Let's just, okay, 290 pips to be fair. Yeah, to be honest, 290 pips. Meanwhile, the safe zone should actually be ranging only just a little bit above the peak of the resistance at 1799.89 only. That's gonna be just for about 165 pips, and that's actually gonna be a lot, because we are actually basing our analysis on the new pattern of a head and shoulders. If the market is gonna be ever able to reach the peak of the resistance, it means that this pattern is no longer visible or no longer there. So anyway, let me just reduce actually the edge of the safe zone just to make it a little bit above the highest level of the resistance, and make it now at 1796.07, which means the safe zone is ranging for only 117 pips. Meanwhile, the take profit level is roughly 300 pips. And there goes the signal, my friends, for the gold as well. And in the end of the video, I just wanted to say to everyone that those who actually have used the premium service in the past, you can actually, guys, rejoin again and enjoy the service. Believe me, only during month of June was actually bad for us. I have seen in the comments some gentlemen who actually complained about the results, and I have noticed that they have sadly joined in June and July, which was unfortunately the worst months for us. But August, I'm telling you, we have made indeed a very strong comeback, and Xtreme Trader Signals quality has been improved, and we had actually so many rejoins happen this week, so many renewals, and I'm very happy for that. If these guys aren't making any profits, then they wouldn't at all rejoin or renew their membership. I'm very proud of our service, and I believe Xtreme Trader Signals is gonna be the leading signals in the future, and I'm really hoping for that. In the end, I hope that is informative to you, and I would like to thank you for watching.